Hello and welcome to the Lenko Show. This is episode number 126. I'm here today again with Chris. How you doing, bro?
I'm wonderful, sir. How are you?
Lovely. I'm good, thank you. I am your host, Alex Lankowski, by the way, and with my bro again, Chris Lankowski. So today we're not really going into the sciencey stuff. We're going into a bit more of a get to know us kind of thing, which after 126 episodes is probably a bit late. But you never know. This might be the first one you're listening to. We're actually going to go into our top threes for nutrition. Now, we could have done top fives or whatever, but it would have taken us all day and there's going to be a lot of debate. What we want you to do is disagree, argue, fall out with us while you listen to this. We're not deliberately being controversial in any way whatsoever during this. But
I won't be hard for them for your opinions.
before we get stuck in, I want your assessment of this, Chris. What are your honest beliefs on this? So, this is a quote from Matt Biondi. I hope I've said that right. Biondi? Biondi?
Hyundai,
Sorry, Matt. Here's the
Hyundai.
quote. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy every moment and quit worrying about winning and losing. What's your thoughts on that, Chris?
I think that's a really, really, really good and accurate statement, apart from when it's important to you about winning. We've had this conversation before, like genuinely. I, for 90% of cases, you should be looking for a way to enjoy what you're doing. However, there are certain things where if you want to achieve them, I actually don't think it's important that you enjoy the process. I can't remember the last time I don't do it anymore, but when I trained for CrossFit, I don't remember when I enjoyed a CrossFit workout. But that's what you did to get good at it. So I love sitting on the fence because it feels really nice on my bottom. So that's what I'm going to say to that one. My assessment is for most cases, 9% of your life, yeah, enjoy it. Just enjoy it. But then for certain things, if you're having to strive and struggle and push, I don't think it matters too much if you enjoy it. Unless enjoying it is the only thing that's going to keep you doing it. But I don't think you have to.
I
I
think
think that one actually.
I think if you are going to do it long term and for a career, um, you have to enjoy it to a degree. But there's also a point where you have to care about winning and losing. I think if you don't, after you lose, if you don't care, if it doesn't hurt, you're in the wrong business. Like you shouldn't be doing it. Like I think that's what annoys a lot of people. I think, and it annoys me when you watch your football team play, and you've got your superstars on hundreds of thousands of pounds per week, and they come off the pitch, and you're looking at them, and you're looking at their body language, the way they move, the way they walk, the things they're saying, what they're doing in their spare time, and you just think you don't care, and that hurts people more than anything because if you like as a supporter, if you're more invested in the players or more invested in the results than the players are, that's backwards. And I think that's what yields a lot of frustration going, do you need the toilet or you've got something to say?
I've got something. I've got something. Matt, what's his name?
Matt Biondi? I mean, he's an American former competitive swimmer and water polo player. So as I mean, I suppose like this is the interesting thing, right? It's easy to say, quit worrying about winning and losing when you've won 11 Olympic medals and you're a former world record holder in 5 events. Cheers, Matt. Nice one. Great advice from someone that's done nothing but win. Good work.
Okay, hear me out, right? It's 2006. You're in Afghanistan. The Taliban are coming towards you from the front. RPGs hailing towards you. One of your mates gets blown up behind you, and then you turn around to hear gunfire, and you see, oh, fuck me. They're behind us as well. Jimmy, to your right, looks at you and he goes, just enjoy it, pal. Doesn't matter. Bit, bit different. I feel like if someone who's actually been to war might think I'm taking the piss there, I'm not taking the piss. I'm trying to explain that actually, in that situation, enjoying it ain't the first thing you're thinking about. And actually, the only thing you can do really there is fucking knuckle down and fight.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's what, for me, that's what a competitive sport is. It's essentially it's a fight, but it's a fight within a game that has certain rules. Obviously, in a war zone, it's, it's rules of engagement and things like that. But like it's kill or be killed. Like you're either winning or you're dead. And I think that same mentality has to then apply and translate across into whether you're playing football, rugby, American football, tennis. That competitive spirit carries over from every single sport, every single thing we do. So, yeah, I'm not all about just enjoying the process, and it's not about winning, it's not about losing. It's just, yes, you have to work through the process, but you have to win. You have to set all your mind and attention on doing that and being successful. Because if you're not striving to be successful and to be a winner, you're just gonna. I think that's you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer even more if you're just a consistent loser. And if you're happy with that, I mean, for me personally, some people are actually happy with that. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get how you can be happy with being shit and being a loser.
It's just what they're used to, isn't it? It's comfortable at that stage. But I think physiologically, we're not even set up to do that. Even a guy that's won 11, whatever he's won, you can't tell me he's stood side of the pool, ready to dive in, thinking, "Oh, I'm fucking so happy to be here. I can't wait to enjoy this swim." He's not fucking thinking that. So I love
I
Chris
see what you say.
Wilkowski from Bury achieved nothing. He's sat here criticizing this guy who's won
No,
11.
I get what you say, but like, it's not like he's stood on the side of the pool in an Olympic event and thought, "I'm just going to go for a nice swim here."
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I'm
no.
just going to go for it. When was the last time you saw Michael Phelps jump in and just go for a gentle paddle and just do a smooth little breaststroke like an 80-year-old doing like little lengths up and down the pool? Like, it's all guns blazing, it's flat out. You can't say in that moment you don't care about winning. I know that's the process, it's what you're trained to do, but you have to care about winning to be able to do that.
I think a lot of these hyperachievers as well, like the enjoyment actually comes from the achievement and the success.
Yeah.
And it's very much like your mindset in terms of they fucking hate it when they lose. Cristiano Ronaldo fucking hates it when he loses, and he's done pretty well for himself.
Yeah. He's done all
Or is
right.
it
Yeah. Not bad.
himself?
He's not done too bad.
He's done all right.
So yeah, sorry, Matt. Well, we see where you're coming from with your quote, but we don't like it.
We'll have to get him on. We'll have to get him on
Yeah.
and
If
ask him
anyone's
what
got,
his top three snacks are.
and then we can lecture him on sports performance, can't we? Um, yeah,
uh,
if he's oh, he was born 8th of October 1965. Competed in the Summer Olympic Games 1984, 88, and 92. So three consecutive Olympic Games, 8 gold medals, 2 silver, 1 bronze. Like he's been pretty successful. He's been pretty successful. 50-meter freestyle, 3 world records, and 4 in the 100-meter freestyle. So he's a fairly fast swimmer. 6'7".
oh, well, fuck me. So he's a fish. He's basically a fish.
I mean, he was either going to be a swimmer or be in the NBA.
Yeah.
Probably too
How
white.
much he enjoys it if he becomes a secretary?
Anyway, let's go into our top threes. We're going to go fairly quick fire on this. So just ideally, we wanted to do this to give you guys a few ideas, maybe a few little things to argue with us with, take away, maybe even try. Um, so yeah, if you've got any feedback, if you've got any responses to this, then please feel free to let us know via social media or via the comments in the podcast. You can send us direct messages through there. So we're going to get started. Top three snacks. What are you going for?
For me, so these are like top three, what I actually do. Granola bolly. A granola bolly is the nickname of a bowl of granola with milk. And hear me out, Alex. Wait for it. The tip, the cherry is not a cherry actually. It's a teaspoon, if I'm honest. I was going to say half teaspoon, but that wouldn't be honest. A teaspoon of a chocolate spread of sorts. So either duo chocolate spread or hazelnut chocolate spread or Titan chocolate spread or white chocolate grenade protein spread. Doesn't matter which one. Just some kind of chocolatey spread. That's a granola bowling. So granola, milk, and some kind of chocolate spread. That's one. Number two, protein porridge. So whatever flavor protein you've got. At the minute, I've got cinnamon cereal, and it's fucking phenomenal. Shout out to those guys, whoever those guys are. With milk and oats. And number three, I like to keep things simple, Alex. I like a pink lady,
What's a pink lady?
an apple.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Very, very good.
They're my top three. That is what I would indulge on between meals. But I don't really do that, actually. My days are
You don't really indulge between meals.
so my days, let me tell you about my days, Alex. This won't take long. I get up.
Oh no, no, you don't start with that, do you?
Now just calm down, because I'm going to tell you. I go to work. I get dressed. Then I go to work. And I'll work like
Don't
6 a.m. to like,
hold on. You go to work and then you get dressed.
and then I go to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do 6 till midday or 11. And then I will have my first meal, which wouldn't be like what people traditionally call breakfast food. Like for me, I don't care. I have whatever. I would have my meal. And then I would have like a big portion because I mean, I'm not very big, but I like to keep my muscles. And then I'm back to work. I'm back to work and I'm in through sessions again until the evening. So I'll eat again another meal when I get back. So snack wise, they don't really happen. Maybe in a weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I particularly necessarily snack on much at all either. Like I think I probably well relatively squared off meals, and then there's not really any need to be snacking. Like unless it's been
I'm
an
adult.
excessive training day. But if I'm doing like a lot of additional training, I'll not my go-to would normally be like a Lucas A Sport or something like that. That would
Does that
normally
count
be
as a snack?
huh?
Does that count as a snack? I don't think that counts as a snack.
Probably not, no. Probably not, but that would normally be my go-to. Anyway, in terms of actual snacks or things I might have in between meals, my top one, my number one that I always go for is going to be a protein shake, which for me, chocolate, USN, Blue Lab whey protein, that's the one I tend to prefer. Good flavor, nice and simple chocolate. You can't go wrong. Any protein company that fucks up the chocolate protein is not worth.
My protein.
My second one would literally just be a protein bar, and I tend to avoid these as a result of them just being overpriced chocolate bars. But the USN do like you sounded like a USN sponsored podcast. This we're actually sponsored by Dry Rub, by the way. Go and get your Dry Rub, dryrub.com. Little good little plug that. Then like actually no, like the USN chocolate protein bars are actually really quite nice. So I would go for one of those. I think there's like a white chocolate one at the minute that we've been indulging on. They're just quite a nice little filler. And then, like you, fruit wise, it's a little bit difficult to pick between them, but probably banana, I'd have to say, just in terms of the health benefits and energy wise, what you can get from that pre post training. Cheap as anything as well. Absolutely cheap as anything. So I would go with that. Um, After that, let's go breakfast. What are we saying is your top three for breakfast?
Again, tough because my breakfast isn't like people's traditional breakfast. But at the weekend, and this is probably my favorite meal. I like having poached eggs, bacon, avocado, chili jam on like a sourdough or a protein bagel, which I'm aware isn't specifically better than a normal bagel, but they're bagel thins. I like doing that. That's
Yeah.
my favorite, probably my favorite meal as well.
Here's a
And
question.
then
You know what is it they do to a bagel to make it a protein bagel?
I think they piss on it.
But Chris, they definitely don't do that.
I don't know. I don't know. But
Look it up. Go. Actually, so I would go. Like think. I want to think about this in terms of like I'll go at this from stock breakfast that I have, like at the minute.
stock breakfast.
Yeah, my stock breakfast, the one that I prep for the week, and this is actually really really tasty. Like I've probably perfected it now. It's bloody close, if not perfect. So we do. What's the best way to summarize it? It's almost like a blackjack berry crumble type thing. So we've got a nice base made out of it's generally porridge oats, honey, banana, various things like that. And then like squeeze all that together, do about a centimeter's worth of thickness across the bottom of a baking dish, and then layer in some blueberries or mixed berries of some sort that you've kind of cooked and got to boiling point. Add a little bit of vanilla extract into that, some chia seeds and various other things. Layer that on top, and then just bake that in the oven. And that is literally set for the week then. And we just have a chunk of that along with a protein yogurt, which is very tasty, very very tasty. That's probably like that's number one easy prep. If I was going out for breakfast and I had this the other week, this was really nice. I think it was in smoked salmon with it might have been like an eggs Benedict. So, but the toast that they did was a chili cheese toast, and that was banging. That was from a place called Toast in Altrincham. So I'll tell you there, very nice place.
Sounds really cute. I like it. I like it.
And then I think my third one be? I'd probably have to go with just the classic. Oh, would I do that? Classic full English, probably yeah.
Yeah, I used to love a full English, but I don't feel like they're made with the due diligence that is required for a full English.
Let me tell you, when you next come over around breakfast time, I'll take you to Dough Bagels in Urmston. Very nice breakfast there.
Wow, okay.
Very nice breakfast. Um, yeah, I would go with that. I would go with that. They'd be my top three. But obviously, you can't do that every single day. So you've got my stop. Actually, no, oh, don't know.
You have to
Steak
enjoy
and
the
eggs.
process, Alex.
Steak and eggs. Steak and eggs. I've got to have my steak and eggs in there. I'd have that over my full English. If I could have steak and eggs for breakfast every single day, I'd do it without question.
Why can't you?
Because I don't have enough steak. Dog eats it all. He don't leave me alone. Um, yeah, I'd definitely I'd love steak and eggs for breakfast. Really, really good way to do that. And you don't necessarily have to have like full steak. You could do like diced beef or something. I've done this before. A little bit of garlic and herb, butter, cook it off in the pan, do some scrambled eggs, bit of toast or protein bagel if you want. Not that you need an extra bit of protein with that, but yes, I would have that.
An extra 3 grams. I like it. I like it.
Makes all the difference. So what was your first one?
Bacon, poached eggs, avocado on sourdough.
I have seen that on your Instagram. What else you doing? What's your second?
I do like making my own BLT, but so I have bacon, lettuce, tomato, and red onion, and I would have it on a brioche again with chili jam. And what I do is I would put butter in the and then put mayo on the bun and then fry it into the bun. It's essential, really. It's essential. Not done that for a bit actually, but that is a top tier breakfast for me. Um, and then third one, breakfast. I'm gonna go with scrammy eggs. I do like my scrammy eggs. Scrambled eggs with maybe just like a nice cress. A nice cress.
That's some really growing reception, isn't it? You remember when everyone's got these little pots of cress hanging on like on the windowsill, and it's like I always remember what else were we trying to grow in mine? Might have been like um probably a sunflower or something like that. But I just remember mine was like proper stunted. I was like, I've got a retard of a sunflower. Everyone else is like flying, and I'm like, where's mine hiding here? Someone taking the seed out probably. Um, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here. What about? Do you remember boiled eggs? Boiled eggs and soldiers. You remember when we did that?
So, funnily enough, I don't have that for breakfast. I've had it for a couple of teas recently, actually. Yeah, that is definitely up there. Definitely
Great
up
tea
there.
as well.
Big fan. Big fan.
Um, right. The next one, I actually wrote an email on this, so I need to remember and make sure I regurgitate the same information. Otherwise, I'm going to look that silly. Yeah, I want your top three supplements that are actually worth taking.
From me, top three supplements.
Well, yeah. Who else am I asking?
I don't know. I don't know if you were talking to yourself to regurgitate something there. Top three, I would say creatine monohydrate, and I would get it in a wonderful flavor if possible. Blue raspberry is always a good shout.
Where'd you
Then I
get it
would,
from? Where'd you get your creatine from?
mate, I don't. I'm not a massive like on my sups guy. I'm not one of these geezers that's out there taking 3 tablets every morning and splashing powder every morning. The last thing of creatine I got was, I think Warrior. Warrior was the name of the brand. I didn't pick it because I thought that's my go-to brand or anything like that. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's just a nice flavor creatine monohydrate that I have not used for probably 2 weeks.
Fair enough. We're gonna go with 2 out of 2 on that. So I'm creatine as well. Get mine from
Yeah.
bulk powders.
Bulk powders. There you go. Little plug for bulk
Bulk powders.
powders.
And they do loads of different flavors as well. So like I remember when I first started having it, it was when I was at university, and the guy was like, "Oh, make sure you get yourself some creatine monohydrate. Make sure you get the monohydrate." And I'm like, I have never seen another form of creatine for sale. I've never seen it. So I'm like, well, just buy fucking creatine. Doesn't matter. Just buy creatine. Um, but yeah, bulk powders soon do some nice flavors. Do. And with their Black Friday, I think they've got a probably will have a Black Friday sale. But I bought like 3 kilogram bags last Christmas, and I'm about halfway through, and I have been taking it fairly consistently. Like maybe having the odd week off here and there, or what have you, but it lasts, and it's actually bloody cheap in comparison to a lot of supplements and what a lot of supplements promise. Probably one of the most researched best supplements you can take. And obviously, I think we did a podcast dedicated to creatine as well a few weeks back. So well worth taking. What are you going for your number two sup?
I'm gonna go in some form. I would say caffeine. For me, I would typically, if I were to do this, so at the Athex I did recently, I got they gave me 2 crates of C4. If you've heard of that, that's basically a caffeinated energy drink. And that is what I've been using. Do I recommend that to everyone? No. But because I got it, I've been having that like in the mornings, usually around 10:30. 10 o'clock, half 10, and then I would typically train at like 3, actually, to be fair. But I don't want to be taking it in the afternoon, like immediately pre-workout, because then I don't sleep.
Mm.
So caffeine for me has got to be there. What about yourself? Are you
Yeah,
with caffeine?
we are 2 for 2 right now. I'm just wondering if you read my email yesterday. We are 2 for 2 caffeine. Absolutely. Mine is more a natural source. Like I just love coffee. I would drink coffee. Like I won't have it after midday, but certainly like just consistently. So just for me, it's just a lifestyle drug. Like it's nothing to do with needing it to be awake and alert. Like there's times where on a Wednesday or any other point in the week, if I'm in the gym early for sessions, I won't necessarily even have a drink of coffee before I go and start working with people. And I am as normal as ever. And then I'll actually just have a coffee when I get home or with my breakfast or something like that. So I love the taste, I love coffee. So yeah, that's my second one. What is for 3 out of 3? What's your third?
Are we allowed to say whey protein?
We're there. We're done. 3 out of 3. That's it. We're matched. We're tied. Spot on. We think alike. I also have two honourable mentions that I think are somewhat worth taking and do have some value. So number one is the first of the honourable mentions is electrolytes. Well
Yeah.
worth adding to your drink. Like even if it's just for a slightly different flavour of your water. Like add a whether it's an SIS like electrolyte tablet or a sachet of something, mix that in with your water, help you hydrate, especially when if you're like really hot, really sweaty, really active. And then the second one, very poignant for this time of year, vitamin D. If you're not getting a lot of sunlight, if you sat down, you're indoors a lot. I mean, today was perfect. I was out walking the dog this morning, beautiful bright sunshine, actually really quite warm. Like I was sweating wearing my coat, so I had to like rag that off. But well worth taking vitamin D to not just again. Some of these are actually really useful for mood. Like I'm thinking, like creatine really good for mental energy, brain health. Caffeine, same thing, energy, like a little bit of a mood lifter, a little bit of a pick me up if you're feeling a little bit flat, tired, groggy, lethargic. And then vitamin D, again, just a really good one to boost your mood. And the dog was having a little bit of a grumble then. It doesn't sound like he's a fan of vitamin D. Um, yeah, really useful in terms of lifting your mood, especially through winter when it's everything shit. Some people, I don't think some people actually see the sun through winter time. So let's go into what do you want to do next? Let's go into like we're going off piste now. So this is the more less professional, casual, relaxed. What are your top 3 chocolate bars?
My top 3 chocolate bars. Ooh. I really like a Kinder Bueno.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that being up there. I would go. If I can go, I'm tempted. I want to go. I like the big chunky ones. So I want to say a double decker.
Not really a fan of that.
All right, fine. Go again.
I see you double decker and I raise you
A
a
triple
York,
whammy.
a Yorkie.
Do you know what? I was going to say a Yorkie. I was going to say a Yorkie, but I feel like since they've abandoned their old school marketing campaign, I don't want anything to do with them. A little bit like Jaguar. If they're just going to flounder about in that way, not interested. Um, what else would I go for? I quite like a Lion Bar as well, you know.
Old school.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Not had one of them for about 54 years, Alex. I think I like Don't do a lot of chocolate bars. I tell you what I've had recently that I did enjoy though. I think it's a new one. It was called like an upper deck, a top deck. I think it was a normal dairy milk with white chocolate. I don't know what you would say, like splodges in the top of it. A top deck bar, I think it was called. So it was normal dairy milk, but it's got white chocolate on top as well. I like white chocolate. What can I say?
Fair enough. I think, I mean, this probably just shows like I just pay zero attention to what's actually in that section of a supermarket. What do I want as my third one? I think I would probably go with you, what you said there with the Yorkie. So I would go, screw it. Oh no, 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 no. What did I say? It said double decker, Lion Bar, and I'll go with the Snickers. I like quite a nutty chocolate bar, so I'll go with that. What would be your top three cereal?
Cereal.
Yeah, yeah. Back to childhood days. This. Do you even eat cereal anymore? Like, I mean, I don't really eat chocolate bars anymore, but do you eat cereal anymore?
No, I have granola bowl. Does that count?
Yeah,
That's
no, that doesn't count. Granola's like adult grown up, pretend to be healthy, eat a shitload of sugar cereal. That's what that is.
yeah. Okay. Well, Crave.
Crave is a winner. Crave's up there.
Yeah. I
I,
tell you what,
go on.
my all-time favorite that I stand by, that I've not had for years, but I stand by this, is half Cocoa Pops and half Frosties. Winner. Game changer. Dirty chocolatey milk.
That,
Cereal milk.
I would say I'd definitely have Crave. Cocoa Pops for me would be up there. Again, I just like the chocolatey milk that comes with it. Do you remember them, like, how they tried to say, oh, well, like, we've done some chocolate straws for you to drink through. So you just have a
Oh,
bowl of milk, and then it's like, just drink milk. Chocolate milkshake. Do you remember them when we used to have them Nesquik chocolate milkshakes?
oh yeah, big fan. Big.
They were good. They were
They're
good.
expensive now, them.
Are
Very
they?
expensive. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, nearly everything's more expensive. Well, everything is more expensive, but they are. I think I'm sure I saw one in a Lidl or an Aldi where you'd expect it to be probably the cheapest you can find it for like £5.40. Yeah.
That's steep. Going back to chocolate bars actually as well at the minute, like bit of a holiday airport chocolate, Toblerone. Do you know what oh, Ferrero Rocher? That's a classy one.
A
That's
classic.
that's if I'm in champagne mode. Um,
I
but
also think this time of year we have to give thanks to Fiona and her parents for Lint, Christmas Lindor.
and Gillian as well. Have you
Oh,
read
they
them?
were really good, by the way. They were really good.
Gillian are
Yeah.
an excellent chocolate. We're just spitballing about chocolate now. Um, then
All coming back to me now.
all these childhood memories, all these things that have been pushed to the back of my mind that I never think about, they're in the forefront. Um, what else we're going? Have we done three cereals yet? I've got
Yeah.
Crave, Cocoa Pops. I think my third one, I'm probably just gonna go with something like it would either have to be like Frosties or Crunchy Nut, something like that. It would probably have to be one of them. I'm trying to think back. Do you remember when you get the multi packs where there's like 8 little cereal boxes?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back to some of the shit that was in there. Was Wheatos one? Cheerios were always quite bland. There was some orange shit as well. What was that? Do you remember that?
Orange shit.
Yeah, there was. It was like little orange cubes. I cannot remember. I might have got this completely off, but like I haven't seen them for ages. I'm just gonna have a walk down the cereal aisle after I finish training later, I think, and just have a little browse about and see what's going on. Um, top three drinks. Let's finish on this one. So, like, let's go with. Well, you can go any combination you want. You can go with alcoholic beverage, sports beverage, and flavoursome relaxation kind of beverage.
Oh dear.
Or you can do a mix. I'll let you balance it any way you like.
Just my top three drinks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Number one has to be a protein shake. I think that's probably the thing that
We,
drinking.
we, we'll ignore that. We've done protein. You can have protein anyway, but three more.
Oh, okay. Um. Oh, top three drinks is tough.
Do you know? Right, I'll start. I think I'd go with a. In terms of a sports drink, I'd go with Gatorade.
Right. Flavor.
Maybe choose that.
Mm. Standard. Orangey. It is.
I mean, like this is the thing, right? Once you get outside of the UK and you go to America, that's when you realize just how many flavors of Gatorade there actually are. Over
Yeah.
there, you just get the stock. You get like either orange or like the blue one, and that's it.
And I think they're different out there because of the laws are different. So they've got different amounts of stuff in, right?
Oh yeah, they can put different shit in there and
Yeah.
really mess you up. Like
Yeah.
going back to like in terms of just a drink, everyone raves about like the grape soda that they do at Hickory's.
I've
Have you
not
ever
been
had
used,
that? I feel like
but
that'd be the kind of drink you'd like.
I do like grape soda.
I'd be disappointed if you've not got pineapple juice in your top three.
I forgot about that. That's probably going to be there.
You're welcome. I only say that because it's in the fridge. I've got some in the fridge at the minute because we used it. I'll send you the recipe. Made some huli huli chicken last night, which is like a Hawaiian type dish with loads of pineapple juice. Super sweet, really, really tasty. Served with some fresh sliced pineapple as well. Absolutely banging. Um, do you remember the original Mountain Dew as well?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was that I will get diabetes with that in a heart. Like, I hook me up.
Yeah. I think that would have to be up there for me. If I was going to go on like a junky drink, I'd go Mountain Dew. That stuff is really good. We've actually got one of the local shops near me sells um like the American standard Mountain Dew. So it's not the Mountain Dew energy that you can get in the UK.
But
It's got
I actually quite like that as well. I actually find that quite a nice flavor.
it's all right, but it's not the same.
It's not.
It's 50 extra grams of sugar.
Yeah.
You can taste every gram. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'd go pineapple juice. I'd go Mountain Dew. And then I'm not sure. I feel like 5 years ago, and then up until birth, I would have said milk. I used to love a drink of milk, but not so much anymore. Don't really do that anymore.
Chocolate milkshake. Yeah. That
Yeah, not really that anymore either.
no, but I would if I could I would. If I could do that without the consequence of getting fat, I would. Chocolate milk, yes.
No, no. Yeah. To be honest, I quite like the flavor of. Well, I say I like the flavor. I like an E number. So anything that's like pre-workouty, any of those cans,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you get a grape soda flavor or a Blue Lagoon flavor or a fruit candy flavor, and I mean
yeah.
they'd be up. ABE.
Fair dinkum. Right. Well, we'll leave it there for today. So you've got snacks, breakfast, chocolate bars, drinks, cereal, supplements. Um, yeah, if you've got any disagreements, if you decided that you absolutely hate our guts now, then fair enough. That's on you. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. If you want to argue with us or give us something more useful to talk about next week, feel free to send us a message. And once again, this podcast episode is sponsored by Dry Robe. Head over to dryrobe.com to get your winter warmer gear to make sure you're all wrapped up, dry, cozy, and comfortable post suffering. Post suffering. It's really important that you get wintered, get suffering, get out in the harsh, cold conditions now. It will pay dividends through the summer and through next year, next season, wherever you're currently at with your training. That is it from me. Chris, any final words, my bro?
Peace, love, and protein.
Take care, guys. See you again soon.